Sorry, I'm still setting up, y'all. That's up. Close that. Okay, that's done. Change my tag so people don't come in expecting Final Fantasy. Controller settings on my totally legit PlayStation. Okay, there we go. That's working now. I had to fix the controller settings on my completely legit PlayStation. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay, that's done, that's done. Ugh. Sorry, y'all. Almost done setting everything up real quick. Take a sip of my water, and we'll get started up. I promise I'm not stalling. I truly am just trying to make sure everything is loaded up, ready to go. Tip-top shape. Alright. Okay, hello everybody. I am your local neighborhood Cheesecake Fries, and today we are playing X-Men Legends.
Today on
did not skip that cutscene. I'll see if I can get it to replay.
Today on RVN World News, we examine the growing mutant menace. It's a concern of worldwide proportions. This scene took place in Russia 2 weeks ago as a young mutant stood in defiance of the military. And in the Far East, the authorities attempted to quell an uprising at a mutant camp. But they had little
I will talk
success.
after this cutscene.
We interrupt this newscast with a breaking story. A young woman
About
named
this game a
Allison
bit.
Cressmere was identified as a mutant. The Genetic Research and Security Organization is now responding to that report, but a mob has formed and tempers are flaring.
Help! Somebody help me! Mom! Mom! I'm not a mutant! I swear I'm not! Mom! Grab the girl and get out of here!
Get out of my way! Come here, you! Mind if I cut in?
Stop! Stop! Stop fighting! Stop it right now! Stop!
As you can see, classic PS2 graphics.
Freeze, beauty! Hey, bub, you should have called in sick today.
Yeah. So, this game is, in my opinion, the first in the Ultimate Alliance series. A lot of people know Ultimate Alliance 2, so on.
Too bad.
Some people don't know about X-Men Legends or X-Men Legends 2. In my opinion, X-Men Legends is the first in the two games.
Let's see what you got. Lousy mutant!
Excuse me. Doesn't mean it's necessarily the best of them. I still think Ultimate Alliance 1 is probably the best, if not one of the best. But X-Men Legends 2 is really fucking good. So is X-Men Legends 1.
Let's see what you got. Next time, you ain't getting up.
But, as you can see, we start the game as Wolverine. We will get a couple other characters. I am playing Leon. I am playing on my Steam Deck, and I have actually a fully cleared save file on here, so I'll actually have access to some costumes once we get to the first save thing. So we'll be able to select some costumes for everyone, because I've beaten the game. But that's neither here nor there. What truly matters is this game rules, and I love it. Hello, Leon. How are you?
What are we waiting for? Let's go!
We're waiting for me to finish setting up my call with Leon. Wolverine, shut up. Hi, Leon. How are you doing?
Let's see what you got.
What?
You're still breathing.
You're eating. You're either eating or you're gargling 3 dicks at the same time again.
I'm eating. What the?
What I tell you about gargling 3 dicks at the same time when talking to me?
Whatever, we both know you're the one that likes wieners.
I do love me a good brat. Brats are really good.
When you got the chance.
It's been confirmed, Cheese likes having meat in his mouth.
I like good brat.
Question, is it also storming for you too?
It was raining earlier. I don't know if it still is, but it definitely was earlier. We had to give Scarlett her anti-rain meds because, you know, she doesn't like the rain and shit.
Yeah.
You didn't have to stop streaming, by the way. I noticed you stopped.
Sweet dreams.
I figured we'd both be streaming and talking.
So, there was something that I wanted to stream, that I was gonna start up, but, the reason... There's a reason why I stopped.
Okay. Are you going to tell me, or do I have to guess, or...
I'm eating, sorry.
You're fine.
But, so... I'm trying to be nice about it, but I've had quite a few people who show up, and they're like, hey, you're so cool, you're so awesome, I love watching your stream, but I have some ideas. You know what you don't have? Emotes. And I'm like, how dare you walk into my house and complain about my wallpaper?
Yeah.
Am I playing too rough for
And
you?
I had one, like, sitting there
They're
going,
basically just artists
hey.
trying to sell shit to you.
Yeah. And they're kind of laying it on thick because they're like, well, we're friends, and friends do things for each other. And I'm like, I'm not spending $60 on you.
Fair.
Like, no.
Now I'm really ready for a scrap.
So, have you ever played Ultimate Alliance, X-Men Legends 2, any of them?
I've seen people play, as is with pretty much everything. I've seen people play them, but I've never actually played them myself. You gotta remember, I like horror games. So I was playing Resident Evil, I was playing Dead Space.
I mean, I was also playing Resident Evil, but I also played the fuck out of this game.
Like, they look good, but I don't know. My heart belongs to another.
I also like Resident Evil and Dead Space, but I also played this.
Do you also like them, or
Lucky you're
do
still
you?
breathing.
Do you really?
Yeah. I mean, I had played Resident Evil 1 long before you did.
Are you sure about that?
Didn't you just play Resident Evil 1 for the first time on stream recently?
Maybe. What have you heard?
I heard that you played it and liked it, and I was there for some of it. I also heard that while you played it, I refused to give you too much information.
What do you mean too much? You literally told me nothing.
You're lucky you're still
Yep.
breathing.
I also told you you would understand why when you got further in the game. And I was right. You even admitted you understood why I was refusing to give you information.
Can't go that way.
But
Let's see what you got.
you're right. I did refuse to give you anything in that game. I stand by that decision. I should be getting Cyclops soon, if I remember right.
You're lucky you're still breathing.
Storm is one of my favorite characters in this game because one of her attacks is just this like area effect fucking chain lightning. And it just fucking, it's disgusting. I love it. But once we can actually pick our party, I'll probably have y'all help pick who our group is. Right now we don't have a say, it's just you play as Wolverine. Because we're basically on the first level. So it's you play as Wolverine and then...
Is there a reason why you're playing as Wolverine first?
Hey, Wolverine.
Yeah, there was a little cutscene about
Come
it.
on.
He was basically first on site for this
What's
thing.
going on here? You're finished, Mystique. Give up.
Fool. You think I came here alone?
Basically, the opening cutscene that you missed was just the news talking about how mutant human relations is going to shit. You know, standard X-Men story.
Who's next?
Mutant human relations is not good. And then it talked about how a young lady had been found out to be a mutant, and she was being taken in for questioning, and as she was, she basically was like, I'm not a mutant, Mom, help me, I'm not a mutant, I'm not a mutant. And then Mystique and Blob showed up and was like, take her, Blob. And then the young lady's powers went out of control, and she has fiery magma powers, and Wolverine showed up and was like, let her go, and then the whole area went to shit, and now we have to go save the girl.
Interesting.
And Brotherhood's here and clearly wants the girl for some reason. That's all you missed. We don't know why the Brotherhood wants the girl, but the Brotherhood is here.
I will annihilate you!
Interesting.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Sweet.
I want to beat you. Beat you with my dick.
Ooh, yeah. Ain't no one standing in my way.
But yeah, once we can pick our team members, I'll have y'all kind of pick. I think since I'm on like a New Game Plus, everybody should be unlocked. We shouldn't have to go through the progress of unlocking people. I know the costumes should be unlocked, but we'll find out.
You ain't getting up from that.
Anyways, how are you doing, Leon? How's work been this week?
I hurt.
I also hurt, but I'm always hurting. What's new?
I'm not gonna lie, I probably should have gone to the hospital. I was playing with the dogs running around,
Game's over, X-Men.
and there was a very slippery spot, and I went up, and then I went down,
Dude,
and I'm like, ow. So I'm considering calling off because my back and my neck are just hurting.
go to the hospital, workers' comp. But
I don't know if workers' comp will cover it at this point, because that was actually last week. I've just been kind of fighting through the pain. I think there's a deadline of like, I think it was like 4 or 5 days or something.
I don't know about that, but I do know that, you know,
I will
you
annihilate
should still go. Did you at least report it to work when it happened?
Yeah, so they know.
Then you
And I
should be
actually
fine.
have the paper. I just didn't go. I was like, I have work tomorrow, and this is gonna take a minute, and I need to get sleep, and I don't know. I just played it off. You know, guy stuff.
Look, I do know, but also if I get an injury at work, I fucking go because workers' comp, man. It will get covered, and my time off gets covered and paid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I get injured at home, yeah, I fucking fight through that shit. But if I get injured at work, nah, I don't fight through that shit. If I'm injured at work, I am injured at work, and
Who's next?
there is no fighting through that shit. I just admit that I'm injured and I go to the fucking hospital.
Well, on a less depressing note, I do have some news.
Yeah?
I am building, or at least
Wolverine,
at some point, I will be building another computer.
I'll see you die.
Oh.
You're done, darling. I ain't broken a sweat.
So I've had this idea. You understand how obsessed I am with Pokemon, right?
A little bit. Where's Blob taking the kid?
Where's Blob taking the kid?
Oh, I forgot he reads it out loud.
Ours now. You'll never see her again.
I don't even need to read it out loud. I didn't think he did.
We'll get her back, Mystique. Even if
I think
we
it's the
cut out each
X
and every
Mansion
one of you
things.
Brotherhood
There's certain things in the
psychos.
X Mansion they don't read out loud.
What's so special about her?
The Crestmere child
I
has.
was like, I'll wait until this is all done.
You win.
You always got some plan brewing, don't you, Mystique?
But I found a case
You'll
that
never.
looks kind of like a tank, because it has 3 panels on the front. And so what I wanted to do was I talked to the people at Micro Center about getting the smallest components that I can to fit in so I can make my idea work. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like a medium-sized Mewtwo in the front of it, and then I'm going to have like all these bright cords around the back kind of wrapping around it so that it looks
Hey,
like he's
Wolverine.
floating in midair. And I was like, oh. And I'm like, oh my god. And everything they were telling me says that this should work.
No! This cannot be!
We unlock Cyclop.
I'm the best at what I do.
Cyclock.
Yee.
Cycock. Am I able to select any people on my team yet? Or not yet? No, but I can change their costumes.
I was gonna say, is there an order to that?
Wolverine.
So there is an unlock order when normally, but as I said, I'm on a new game plus, so I think I should have most people unlocked once we're still in the tutorial mission. We have to beat Blob to finish the tutorial mission. But
Wolverine.
I have costumes
Wolverine.
unlocked.
Wolverine.
So we have, you know, the special game costume, right? Just kind of classic, not classic, but you know, just like the solid black.
Wolverine.
We have Weapon X Wolverine. Roar.
Wolverine.
Classic yellow spandex. Which my vote's yellow spandex if y'all are curious. Or
Wolverine.
classic brown.
Wolverine.
I vote
Wolverine.
yellow. What do you all
Wolverine.
think?
Classic style.
Classic yellow.
Not bad.
Now for Cyclops, what costumes do I have for it?
Cyclops.
Okay, classic Cyclops.
Cyclops. Cyclops.
Mask the Cyclops.
Cyclops. Cyclops. Cyclops.
Okay,
Cyclops.
I don't know. What do you think?
Cyclops. Cyclops. Cyclops.
I was trying to figure out where that echo was coming from, and then I realized
It's you.
every time you change his costume, he says his name.
Oh yeah.
I was like, wait, where's that echo coming from?
Cyclops.
But
Cyclops. Cyclops. Cyclops.
I kind of like that one.
The no outfit, no mask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Blob. So are his powers similar to Kingpin's, where like he's just super strong and his body just looks doughy?
No.
You are
The Blob is.
X-Men. Get over here.
The Blob's powers are. Depends on who writes them.
Just what I needed.
Retcons.
As a whole, it tends to be that he can basically. Again, it depends on who writes him. Sometimes it's like he can be mostly invulnerable. But it really,
Yes.
unfortunately, it's with a lot of things in the comics, you know, it just depends on who is writing him at the fucking time.
This is impossible.
But
The game's
there is
over,
more
X-Men.
to him than just his doughy appearance, that's for sure.
Alright.
That's always been the case, no matter who writes him. But his powers do tend to be things like invulnerability, things like that.
This is impossible.
Oh! Get this guy away from me.
Hey, come back here!
Don't take another step closer, Blob.
Try and stop me, Green Buff!
Sorry, checking something real quick. love the way the fucking
Such tiny frail things.
classic Wolverine suit looks in this game. Look at that. That looks fucking solid.
This is easy as pie.
Keep together.
Why? Inactive. There's only one player, so why the fuck is Cyclops not doing shit? Why the fuck can't I
He's
switch
just
to him?
shy.
I'm on it.
Why can't I switch down?
You ain't gonna win this fight if you keep getting knocked down.
Yes. Will do.
I thought you X-Men was supposed to be good fighters.
All right. Will do.
Fuck you, Blob. I'll blob all over your face.
Help! I can't hold out much longer.
I can't switch to you to heal for some reason, dude, so heal yourself, I guess.
How dare.
It really won't let me switch to him. I don't know why.
I don't know if I believe you. You just want him to die, don't you?
Yes.
Oh, it did it.
Okay. I need more power to do that. I'm on it. Right. All right.
Good work, guys. Now get Allison
Now
to
I'm
the
really
extract.
ready for a
I'll meet you
scrap.
there.
Ugh. Hi, Jean Grey. Jean could just storm to create some rain. It will keep the civilians off the street and give us a little cover.
Got it.
Where the fuck do I go?
Got it.
Keep close.
I think my
Yes.
my little D-pad button is going bad on this controller. On that, going that direction, and that's why it's not working. Because it works to switch to Wolverine flawlessly, but not to switch to Cyclops. So, that's my guess. So, when I go to... I'm not going to do it this stream, but when I go to
I will annihilate you!
play this game again, I'll switch and use a different controller.
This is impossible!
Because I do have other controllers I can use. They were just downstairs.
Who's next?
When we select our team of 4, I'll just put somebody that I probably won't play on the right. At least for now. And I can always switch to play them later.
You are destined to lose, X-Men.
You ain't getting up. Keep close.
Will do.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I can get it to work, but I have to like shimmy it. I could probably fix it if I
The
cleaned out the
game's over,
controller.
X-Men. Combo.
I didn't realize this controller was sticking. I don't really use it that often.
Got it.
Cyclops leveled up. Oh, Wolverine also leveled up. Brutal Slash and Expertise. Do Brutal Slash. And we can level up Optic Blast, which is nice.
There's no stopping me now.
Optic Blast! Optic Balls! Optic Balls! Optic my balls!
Sweet dreams, sucker.
Fucking beat Blob, and you guys are making me fight people to get to the thing. I just want to safely get to my ship, the X-Jet. What the fuck, bitches? Ugh.
You are destined to lose, X-Men.
That's where you're wrong, my friend. I'm destined for greatness. So, because you asked about Blob, I did look up. The main powers I see when I look them up are your standard powers of superhuman strength, stamina, endurance, and durability. And then they also have on their mass and personal gravity field.
Personal gravity?
Yep.
I will annihilate you.
So he has orbit. Interesting.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I will annihilate you!
I'll annihilate you. Fuck you. And the house you rode in on, bitch. So yeah, Leon, do me a favor. Next time you get hurt at work, fucking go to the hospital.
I mean, honestly, I probably should. But the thing...
No, finish that thought.
The weird part about it is I feel bad, especially if I weren't to show up, because it's like they're understaffed, and the people that they do have, they're working so hard, like me, that, you know, you get hurt, you call off, you might have one person doing the work of 5, and I'm like, okay. So
yeah, but at the same time, if you're working hurt, all you're going to do is make yourself more hurt, and then you're fucked, and they're fucked, and everybody's fucked. Nobody wins if you go in hurt.
Okay, I'll go to the hospital now. I'll go tell my mom. I'm like,
Allison,
take
it's
me.
okay.
Things were fine until last week.
But
I got mad at my little
yeah,
brother, and suddenly the ground started to shake. I knew it was my fault, but I didn't want to admit it.
Your powers are becoming active, which...
Things have only gotten worse. That lava in the street?
It's the
I
main
made it
reason
happen.
why I was
I'm
like,
becoming a mutant.
There's nothing wrong with...
And that
yeah,
woman?
I don't know
She
if
was
I'm
gonna
gonna
make me
be,
join something called the Brotherhood. She could come after me again. Anytime.
basically,
Awesome.
I mean, it's just
Couldn't
gotten
be
to the point where
exciting.
I'm probably gonna have to
You're
call
the
off at some
X-Men.
point, because it's not going away like I thought it would, and yeah. So,
Yeah, it's not going away because you're actually, like, seriously hurt and need to get it taken care of.
I don't wanna. Can't I just ignore it?
No. That's not how this works.
Professor Xavier, I'd like you to meet Allison Crestmere.
Hello, Allison. Welcome to the Institute. How are you?
A little confused, but I'm okay.
That's understandable. Perhaps Jean could take you on a tour of the mansion. Or would you prefer that I show you the true purpose of the Institute in the sub-basement?
Why was I brought here?
Why was I brought here?
Right.
You
she
were brought
fucking
here
reads
for your
that.
own protection. The people who attacked you in New York City were members of the Brotherhood of Mutants. They can be extremely dangerous.
So they could come after me again?
I think she may be asleep.
Which is why it would be best for you to stay at the mansion. At
I'm
least
always
until we
sleepy.
determine exactly why the Brotherhood attempted to kidnap you.
Are you the leader of the X-Men?
Like, that's another
I
thing.
prefer
Like,
to think of myself as their mentor.
after
and leave
like
team leadership to Cyclops
2 to
or
3
Storm.
months of
But you brought them together, right?
not doing anything.
Yes.
Well, it's not
I
like
started
I
with
didn't
Cyclops
do
and several
anything,
others.
but
As
like
time passed, I found more
just having
mutants who
time to
were
let my
capable of
body
handling
heal
the
after I got let go.
responsibilities
It was going back to work is
Who's the
tiring.
Brotherhood?
I've
The
spent
Brotherhood
most
is
of my
an
days off
unruly
just
collection of
sleeping in
mutants
until
who consider
like 2
themselves
o'clock.
above humanity.
Yeah.
They
I'm like,
operate
where's the
outside
rest of the
law and
day?
Use their abilities to further their misguided desires.
But what do they want?
They've labeled themselves Homo Superior
It's
and
a
believe
weird
they will
thing.
inherit the Earth. but they are far from meek.
Let's have
I'd
Gene
like
show
Jean
us
to show
around.
me around.
It would be my pleasure.
And actually, speaking of
As you move
X-Men,
from-
Once you're done,
you've
with
seen
Jean's tour,
Wolverine
come
versus
back.
Deadpool, right?
Yeah.
And then you got to see the new Captain America.
Yeah.
Anything else you're excited for coming out?
Thunderbolts.
Did you have a...
Thunderbolts?
This
Yeah.
house is too cool. Who owns it?
What are those?
The Xavier
You haven't
Mansion
seen the
is
trailer
owned
for
by
Thunderbolts?
Professor Charles Xavier. Once it was his family's estate.
No, I don't even know what that
He had
is.
bigger plans.
The next Marvel movie
Looks as if
comes
it
out
hasn't
in
changed since it was first built.
May, I think.
It's had quite a bit of remodeling.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like some sort of slice of life cheerleading thing where they like try to get to the competition, but have like
basically,
struggles along the way.
Thunderbolts is the best way to describe the Thunderbolts in the comics is Thunderbolts is Marvel's Suicide Squad. It's their evil team that does good shit.
Hmm.
This place is
Like,
huge.
that's the quickest
What
way to
kind of
describe
things
it.
are
Obviously, they're different than
The
the
mansion
Suicide Squad,
has
right? Like, they
dormitories
don't
for
have
the students.
bombs in their neck, nothing like that, right? But
Yeah.
the quickest way to describe them to somebody who doesn't know anything about them is they're the similar kind of thing as DC Suicide Squad. They are an eviler group of people, aka people with moral gray areas, doing good shit. So, the Thunderbolts movie, the people we know are going to be in it is two people from the Black Widow movie, Red Guardian and Yelena, whatever the fuck her last name is, the new Black Widow, basically.
Yeah.
Scarlett, not Scarlett Johansson, the
sister.
The sister, yeah. So, the dad and the sister, we know they're on the team. Bucky is on the team. Did you watch Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Nope, I haven't seen any of the thingies.
Okay, so Falcon and Winter Soldier, one of the big plot points in that was they tried to make, they didn't want to have Falcon as Captain America, so they tried to announce their own Captain America, right? And that guy, even in the comics, he's kind of a moral gray area dude. In the show, he's also a moral gray area dude. He does some pretty shady shit, and he's on the team.
So is he kind of like their Peacemaker? He's loud, he's obnoxious, but he's there, and we can't get rid of him.
No. The closest to a Peacemaker would probably be Red Guardian. Loud, obnoxious. Yeah. But we also know that Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to be in it. And Taskmaster from Black Widow is also supposed to be in it.
Oh.
And they're also going to be introducing Sentry from the comics in the movie. The trailers look really good. We've seen a lot of trailers.
This place is huge. What kind of things are here?
The mansion has dormitories for the students, a swimming pool, a library, and a huge lawn should you feel the need to stretch your legs.
Who's Professor Xavier?
Professor Xavier, or Professor X as some call him, is the founder of the X-Men, but perhaps more importantly, he's a teacher.
What subject does he teach?
But yeah, I'm excited for it.
Humanities. He's trying to help mutants and non-mutants learn that they can live together peacefully.
So,
And
Professor Xavier.
Even though I'm more of a Marvel guy than a DC guy, honestly,
yes.
the new Superman movie,
He's the
I'm
most
kind of
powerful
excited for.
telepath alive.
I've seen the trailers, and it looks pretty good.
Oh.
Thanks.
Um,
I'll ask again if I need more info.
I'll decide as it gets closer and I see more
Hello,
trailers if
Allison.
I want to see it in person or
I'd like Jean to
if
show
I'm just going to see it
It would.
on the like if I'm going to see it on the big screen or if I'm just going to see it on a streaming service once it's out
Welcome
on
to the
streaming.
Xavier Institute, Allison.
Yeah.
This place is huge. What?
This is the Xavier Institute,
But
a school.
It
where
does look
mutants
really
learn to
good.
control their
I
abilities,
saw
as well as
so
discovering
when I
more
went to go
about
see Captain
themselves and
America,
their
I
place in
saw
the
a
world.
trailer of it
A
in
school
theaters, and that's the first time I've
mutants?
seen like a trailer on the big
I
screen.
didn't know there was
Because I've
such a
only
thing.
seen like trailers on my
The
computer
fact
and
that the
stuff,
students are
or on
mutants
my
is
phone.
kept secret for everyone's protection.
Yeah.
And I will
In
say,
addition to being a school, the mansion is also
it
home
did
to
look
the X-Men.
significantly better on the big screen. I mean, everything does, obviously.
I've heard of the
But
X-Men.
it got me excited to potentially see the movie in theaters. Because before seeing the trailer
room is this?
there,
The library
I wasn't
is
really
one
going
of
to
the most
see
popular
Superman
rooms the
in
house.
theaters,
There's a wide
but I
variety
might
of
now.
literature here,
Maybe.
from Shakespeare to comic books. It's an interesting mishmash of styles, kind of like
But
the
we'll see.
X-Men.
You know, I'm not the biggest DC guy. I'm definitely more
Who
of
are
a
you?
Marvel.
My name is Jean Grey, and I've been an X-Man most of my
Actually,
life.
did I tell you I went to see a movie
In New
yesterday?
York City. Were
No.
you talking to people with your thoughts?
Well,
Yes. My
So I
mutant
find- I
abilities
find this
to
kinda
telepathy
funny.
and telekinesis.
I went to see a movie yesterday, and
You're a
they
mutant?
didn't tell me anything.
Yes,
they
I
just
am.
kind of handed me the ticket and I
You'd
ran
be
off.
hard put to find
So
someone
I'm
around
looking
here who isn't.
at all these numbers
think
on the
there were
ticket,
People like you.
and I find
Our
my seat.
numbers are
I
growing,
sit
and
down,
it's nothing to be ashamed of, Allison.
and they're like,
even though there are a few
the
people who
credits,
would like you to be.
not the credits, the pre-roll things start going, and I'm like, okay, there's some good stuff coming up. And then they're like, we are so happy that like the main people came up and like, we're so happy that you came to see Sonic 3, and I'm like, what is this
I
shit?
have
That's
the
not the
ability
movie
to
I
read
came to
minds
watch.
and communicate.
And telekinesis means you can lift stuff with your
I went
thoughts,
to the
right?
wrong theater. I went to the wrong place
I've
because
grown
the
quite
numbers
powerful
were
at it
telling me the
over
wrong
years, but
thing.
I doubt I'll ever master
So I had to
it.
run I had to sprint all the way across the theater to get to the right one.
Thanks,
Like, oh my
man.
god.
I actually really want to see Sonic 3.
Did you have?
I mean, I
Thanks.
kind of did too,
I'll ask
but I was
again if I
like,
need more info.
I didn't come here to see this first.
No, that's fair. I'm just saying, I do want to see Sonic 3. It's on my list.
Classes are held here Monday
Yeah,
through Friday.
I
The
can't
students
get that.
receive a full curriculum in math, history,
I've been seeing like
physics,
the
and
meme
a
of
wide
the two
variety of other
Eggmans, and
topics.
I'm like, God, I have to see it.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of it. It's clearly peak Jim Carrey. Like Jim Carrey had a blast
This is the
with this
sitting room.
movie,
It's a
and
great place
I'm
to
a big
kick back
fan
and
of Jim
relax.
Carrey. So
Needless to say, this room doesn't
like,
get a lot of use
look.
by the X-Men.
I liked the first Sonic movie. Don't get me wrong, but it was not a perfect movie. It was a great popcorn movie, but it was not a great movie.
This
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was cute, it was campy, but I mean, until they added Tails, I wasn't interested.
Exactly. It was cute. It was campy, but it was not a great
This is
movie.
the day room.
It's what I call a great popcorn movie.
There are times I
It's-
find it hard to believe there's a high-tech underground level beneath this grand old
It was
mansion.
cheesy. It had its positives,
level?
its negatives.
Oh
um,
yes, but
but at
I'll
the
give
end of the
that
day,
credit
it
to
was
Professor
not
Xavier.
a fantastic movie. But what, in my opinion, made the movie absolutely fantastic was Jim Carrey's Eggman. Because that first movie, yeah, it had its flaws, but every single scene he was in, he stole the fucking show.
Agreed.
And then the second one,
Believe it or not, we do
So,
take the time to sit down at
I have
once in a
not
while
actually
and have a meal together.
seen the
just
second
like
one.
any other family.
I can't picture any of the X-Men actually cooking a
Well, we have
meal.
to change that.
Yeah.
You haven't lived till you've tasted Pete's barbecue or Betsy's Cornish hen.
That said,
I mean,
I have seen. I do know what like happens in it. I have seen clips of it. I do know like the general gist,
yeah.
and I can say once again that the bits I've seen of
This is the first
Eggman
floor
in that
elevator.
movie are fucking
From here, you can go to
fantastic.
the second floor or the sub-basement.
Yeah.
I'll skip it for now. In
And
an old
then-
house like this, I bet it's just full of cobwebs.
You'd think
But-
that, wouldn't you?
I mean, I'm not like Eggman. What I really liked, but one of the things that I loved about that movie was Knuckles, because
Did
like
you
I don't know if you've seen like the newer animated
Thanks.
stuff, like the Sonic
Alright.
Boom and things like that.
No, I haven't seen an animated thing of Sonic probably since Sonic X. I think is the last time I saw an
The
animated
second floor
Sonic.
of the mansion is
Good, don't watch anything past
Sonic
that.
X.
Because they decided to go in a different direction with Knuckles, and so they made him basically like, I think himbo is the
This room
word. So
belongs
he's
to Scott
big and
Sumner.
lovable, but he is
Oh, yeah, I
dumb,
remember him.
super dumb.
Cute.
They made him
And he's
shaped
kinda
like a
spoken
triangle,
for.
and
Oh,
it was
I
horrible. So like
didn't
when I
mean
saw this one and I heard the way
Behind
he
his
was
TV
talking,
also.
how he was going
They've
on
not been
about like, you
together
know,
forever.
his
I'm
tribe,
glad.
his honor, like all the stuff. Like I was like, he's not stupid. He's just set in his ways. Whereas the other one was just straight up stupid. Like,
This is my bedroom. I've
I
lived
was
here
like,
off and on since I was a
oh,
teenager.
you gave me back my
Next
Knuckles.
mansion is pretty much the only real home I've
I
ever
was so
lived in.
happy,
Yeah, they made
and
Knuckles
I loved him.
the way Knuckles is supposed to be. Again, I have seen a good amount of like clips and things. I will also say like even with the first movie, right, which is technically the only one I've seen. But
This is Hank McCoy's
yeah, it's
room.
not perfect,
We call him
but
Beast, but not as an
casting
insult. You'll
has
find out
been
why when you
pretty
meet.
perfect
To
in the
look at
Sonic
him, you'd
movie. It's
never
like
guess he was such a
the
bumbler.
voice actors, for example, of the main group has been absolutely fucking amazing.
This
Between
is your room, Allison.
I'm not sure if I want to learn about
Ben,
them.
I think his name's
After
Ben.
what
I
happened
know his
in
last
New
name's
York,
Schwartz. Is it
Maybe
Ben
it's best
Schwartz?
if I never use them again.
But Allison, if you
Some-
don't learn
whatever
to
his
control
name is,
your
the guy who
abilities
plays
now,
Sonic.
they could wind up causing
He
far
does a
more
great
damage
job.
later on.
He's got that
Suppose
energy,
you're
that
right. Still.
goofy attitude, but taking it
Oh.
seriously when he needs to. Perfect for Sonic. You got Idris Elba, who just has
This is
Oh.
a voice you could fuck.
I was going to make a joke, but you kind of just you kinda beat me
this
to
is
it.
Rogue's room. You'll like her. She's a bit of a wild child.
It's just
She tends to get into trouble.
perfect.
Well, Rogue did a few questionable.
If you don't mind me asking,
Love it.
what can she do?
But in all
It's a bit
serious note,
complicated,
this
but
though,
her power
he is
deals with
perfect
direct skin
for
contact,
Knuckles.
which
He
is why
really
she always
is.
wears gloves.
And then, I forget the name, but you got Tails, who does a fantastic job.
Aurora Monroe lives here.
You have,
her mutant abilities allow her to control the weather, which comes in handy with her favorite pastime.
Last but not least, the newest entry,
Aurora.
Shadow.
Pretty name.
Her code name is
I
Storm.
have not.
takes over as
See,
leader of
well,
the
yeah, I
X-Men
mean,
if
obviously,
Scott
I
Summers
haven't
is
seen
in
the
there.
movie, but like,
I mean,
I hear that he's John Wick, so I mean,
Bobby Drake's
it is,
Let me guess.
and you
He
can.
makes ice.
I don't know why I forgot his name all of a
He
sudden,
can
but yeah,
freeze
John
almost
Wick
any
was the first
object
one that came to.
instantly. I'd keep
mind.
an eye on him if I were you. He's a real charmer.
It is the same actor, and you can hear him in the trailers, and he sounds absolutely
This
fucking
is the
amazing.
home of Peter Rasputin. He's pure Russian from the top of his crew cut to the bottom of his size 18 feet. You'd never believe a body of steel could house such a gentle heart.
So, I will say he does fantastic from what I've heard. And then, of course, you have
I can't move in that direction.
the human
Jim
actors.
Curry?
This
And
room
the best
belongs
one
to the ultimate
is
murder mystery,
absolutely
Wolverine.
Jim Carrey.
Although he's a bit rough around the edges, Wolvie's the best friend you could ever want, and the worst
And-
enemy
Yeah.
you could possibly imagine.
I love that they mix a good, like, most movies like that, I feel like they focus too much on the people because they're like, well, having these things on screen is expensive. But I feel like they've got a good mix between it, and there's a good flow between the characters, both, like, you know, green screen and real.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Hi, Paige.
Because, like, I've seen some movies where it's like, well, we have these CGI characters, and they should be the main characters, but you have to have these goofy, animated, comic relief humans that you want to get, you know, really close to, and then we're going to start trying to kill them off. And it's like, that's not a good movie.
How
If
are
I
you
come
doing,
for, if I
Paige?
go for Sonic, I come for Sonic.
We're talking about Sonic. I
And
didn't
apparently
hit-
choking on water.
I did not hit that button. I knew the right answer, you bastard. Which of these characters was first X-Man? Should be Cyclops.
Eyes.
Although
He's
that's
lying.
a trick question, because technically Beast and Angel were also on that first X-Men team, but who isn't a member of the Brotherhood?
Well, it's like that age-old
Yeah.
question. Who was the first Pokemon? Was it Mew? Was it Arceus? Was it Rhyhorn? Or was it Bulbasaur?
Well, I think what it means is who was like the first person to join, not who was on the first team, and it was Cyclops. Name the machine Xavier uses to augment his psychic powers. Cerebro.
I know this one. Cassiopeia.
Why can't Cyclops control his optic blast? Hey, this is a fun one. So I know the answer. Do you know why Cyclops can't control his optic blasts?
Let's see. Buildup of energy? No. Head trauma. Sounds right.
Head trauma suffered as a child?
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
I don't know. Let's see. What did Paige say?
Paige hasn't said. But remember, Paige is behind.
Be gone, bot.
Bot? I didn't see a bot.
It says cheap viewers.
Oh. You got rid of them before I got to see it.
Oh, it's still on my screen for some reason. But yeah, I guess that, I mean...
Yeah, you did get rid of them. I see it too.
But yeah, that's my answer. I'd say head
So you
trauma.
think he never could control it? So what? Probably due to the buildup of power is what you think, Paige? Well, you are technically wrong then, Paige, because he actually could have been able to control it if it wasn't for a head trauma suffered as a child. Leon, you were correct there. Gambit's father trained him to be what? A thief, ninja, plumber, boxer, or cryptologist? Actually, some of these easy ones I will probably just do because everybody knows thief.
I think he's a plumber. Aw.
Nightcrawler from Germany. When she's overwhelmed, she becomes the Phoenix. Come on, give us another hard one. Okay. I don't think this one's hard, but we'll see. Do you guys know who Cyclops' brother is?
I was thinking Bishop, but I'm not sure. I doubt it's Wolverine. They hate each other.
So you think Bishop?
I know it's not Quicksilver.
Okay. So you think Bishop. Paige says she thinks it's the first two. Okay. So, technically in the comics, there's been something going on about Gambit being recently a like clone made with his DNA or something, but that's super recent and being retconned recently. Been retconned in. So Gambit might be actually one of the brothers now, but he was not originally and was not when this game came out. Havoc has always been Cyclops' brother. Now, in the 2000
Paige was
movies,
right.
in the like X-Men movies, that the Fox movies, they had Havoc show up in the past timeline, but Havoc was the older brother. In the comics, Havoc is the younger brother, and Cyclops is the older brother. What facility does Moira McTaggart run?
Moira.
Yep.
Get the
Basically,
gun, Moira. It's time to run, Moira.
basically someone who was a ally of the X-Men and a friend to Charles Xavier. Moore Island. You are correct. This is a good one. Who's not truly a mutant in this list? It's also Xavier's ex-girlfriend. You're right.
I was gonna say Spider-Man, but he's not on here.
Do you know who's not a mutant on this list, Leon?
Juggernaut? No. No, I don't. Like, they all have powers. Oh, no, wait. Well, Angel just has wings. No.
They do all have powers, but somebody on this list does not get their powers from being a mutant. Do you know who it is?
I'm guessing Juggernaut or Marrow, but, I mean, because those are the only two I can think.
Okay. Would you like to give a solid answer before I reveal who it is?
I'm saying Juggernaut.
You would be right with your random shot in the dark. Juggernaut gets his powers from a magic gem called the Gem of...
Yeah.
Or some shit like that. I don't remember how it's pronounced. But yeah,
Don't hurt yourself.
it's some magic gem that he has that basically gives him his powers. He is not a mutant. He just has powers from a gem. Technically, because it's a magic item, magic artifact, he has magical powers.
Interesting.
Wolverine was forced to slay the father of the woman he loved. What was the father's name?
Father of the woman he loved.
This one's a real hard one.
I'm going for Haro Takenchio.
The trick here is almost all of them are like Japanese names, and it was either Chinese or Japanese man, so like they didn't make this easy.
Because wasn't it the guy from the movie where he tries to steal Wolverine's power?
He is based off of him, but it was someone slightly different.
Go Tamago.
Go Tamago does sound funny. So you are both slightly wrong. It was Shingen.
Shaken.
Shingen.
Not stirred.
So I'm going to assume neither of you are going to know the answer to this one, so I'm just going to put it here. Because
How dare. Cyclops' father was the leader of which group?
Because I assume you guys are going off of the movies and things and haven't really paid attention, read the comics. And in the movies, it really never covers this. But in the actual comics, holy shit, Paige knew this. In the actual comics,
Starjammers.
Cyclops' father is not from Earth and is a member of the Starjammers.
Nice.
Who developed... Oh, it was on the cartoon. You're right. You're right. This one's an easy one. We're skipping the easy ones. Of course, who developed the Sentinels? Bolivar Trask. Original X-Men went to the Coffee A Go-Go to listen to a beatnik known as... The original X-Men went to the Coffee A Go-Go to listen to a beatnik known as...
Those words don't words to me very well. What?
This is a deep cut. Bernard the Poet. Magneto's outer space base, Asteroid M, has also been referred to as... See if y'all know this one. We have Avalon, Camelot, Plan 9, the Inner Sanctum, and Genosha.
Genosha?
You both think Genosha? So that's fair. You would be wrong. Genosha is actually an island nation on Earth. And it is a mutant nation, so I understand where that confusion could come from. But it is separate from Asteroid M. Asteroid M is basically a hunk of metal asteroid thing that Magneto pulled up from the ocean and turned into a thing. It was called Avalon. Who wears a helmet to protect against psionic attacks? Juggernaut. And Magneto, but Magneto was not an option. The metal bounded to Wolverine's bones, adamantium. What is the code name? Which is a code name for Kitty Pryde? Are there any obvious ones on here? No, we'll use this one. This is a fun one. Let's see if you guys, how many of Kitty Pryde code names you guys know. Kitty Pryde has multiple code names, y'all.
Spirit.
So you say Sprite, Leon?
Right. Yeah.
Because that says Sprite, not Spirit.
Words are hard.
And Paige says Destiny. Well, before I reveal the correct answer, I will say one of you is correct. Would one of you like to change your answer before I reveal who's right?
I'm good. I'm locked in.
No one gets to change their answer. Leon is right.
Wait, what?
It's Sprite.
Cool. I'm just guessing.
Toad's real name, I don't think there's any way you guys know this, so I'm just going to reveal it's Mortimer. Mortimer. Ugh. Aside from being a powerful telepath, Emma Frost can also change to a diamond hard substance. We aren't doing easy ones. Moira's son, Kevin McTaggart, is also known as... I love the delay, so Paige still gives answers, even after I've already given the answer and skipped on to the next one. Also, we get XP for doing this, by the way. It's not like I'm just doing this for the fun of it. Proteus, you are correct. Did you know that, or did you just guess? For a short time, Jean Grey was a member of the Brotherhood, the Hellfire Club, the Morlocks, the Brood, or the Four Horsemen. I will give you a hint. You knew that. That's awesome. I will give you one hint. The Brood are an alien race of weird insect-like creatures. And Jean Grey was never a Brood. So I will eliminate that one for you. Because I think it's funny that the Brood is an option. In fact, I kind of want to find a picture of the Brood just to be like, this is what the Brood look like. Leon, do you have a guess before I reveal the answer? Paige says Jean Grey was one of the Four Horsemen.
I was going to say Hellfire Club, but, you know.
So your guess is Hellfire Club?
Yep.
Okay. So, first of all, before I reveal, one of you is correct. And second, here's the Brood. Let me... See those weird insect guys? It's just funny that that's a fucking option here. Leon is correct.
Interesting. Wait, she was part of Hellfire?
Yep.
Oh, because of the Phoenix.
Yeah, Jean Grey was a member of the Hellfire Club. She has never been a Four Horseman. There are multiple people who have been. Wolverine. Storm. Gambit. Obviously, Angel. Everybody knows about Angel becoming Archangel. That's so popular, so well known. Colossus, yeah, he was a Four Horseman. But Jean Grey, I'm 90% sure, was never a member of the Horsemen. Unless it's something that happened more recently. It has not happened in any comics I've read.
Interesting.
Which X-Man is immune to Rogue's powers? Colossus. Oh, you were answering the question. Sorry, I thought you were helping me try to remember. But yeah, I don't remember if Colossus was a horseman then. He might have been. I don't remember. There's been so many fucking horsemen. I do know Jean Grey's never been one. Surprisingly. Just like Cyclops has never been one. Do you guys know Storm's biggest fear? I know that
Lightning.
was... That's not even an option here. I know that was in the 90s TV show. They covered that a couple of times.
Enclosed space. Yep. That's a...
Enclosed spaces. You are correct. Who in this group is a mutant?
I was like, I want to say I saw that episode where they like trapped her in a box and she just freaked the hell out. But
do you guys know what the Xavier Protocol is? I hope you guys like these this question thing, by the way, because since we're going to be doing all of the X-Men Legends and then Marvel Ultimate Alliance, there's a lot of these. X-Men Legends 1 only has this first one, but every act in X-Men Legends 2 has a 50 question one. And as you can see, each time you answer one correctly, you get 6 XP in this game. You get more XP in the future games. But also, in X-Men Legends 2, there's every single act, which there's 5 or 6 acts, has a 50 question one. So there's a lot more questions in that. And then in Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, I think 3 also had questions. There's also them. And in those, in Ultimate Alliance, because it's more general Marvel, it is all kinds of shit instead of just X-Men knowledge. So, you're saying it's destroyed the X-Mansion. Did you have a guess, Leon?
I was going to say the first one.
It is the first one.
What the?
Professor Xavier built Cerebro with the aid of Magneto. We're skipping that one. That's an easy one. I'm not giving you guys freebies. Forge is a member of which Native American tribe?
Shawnee.
Which one?
The third one.
Okay. I'm glad you like
those...
it.
These words are small, and I have a hard time seeing them. Don't make fun of my
shared the screen with you.
mispronunciations. I know, the screen's small. I don't know why.
Well, you can guess, Paige, if you don't remember. Or I can just go on. Leon has guessed already. You are both correct. The comic book X-Men 1 featuring the X-Men and Magneto appeared in... And we have a bunch of dates. Do y'all know when the X-Men first appeared? I'll give you guys a hint.
1970.
There are 2 dates here, where one is the oldest, and one is the newest. And it is one of those 2. So, if you can figure out which one it is out of those 2, you got a 50-50 shot.
I'm still going with July.
Okay. That is one of the 2 it could be. Okay, you are both picking the oldest. It is... sorry, the newest. It is the oldest. It was 1963. Who is next in line? Everybody knows it's Storm.
I didn't know that.
Psylocke is from... Do you know where Psylocke is from?
I don't even know who Psylocke is.
You don't know who Psylocke is?
I mean, if I saw a picture, I probably would know, but that name doesn't ring any bells.
She's in this game. You'll see her. Paige says Russia. She is English. Where did Jubilee live for a short period of time?
Hollywood Shopping Mall. No, wait. I changed mine to amusement park?
Okay. So you say shopping mall and then change your answer to amusement park?
Wait, because at first... Yeah, I was like, I'm not 100% certain, but I believe that at one point she was like homeless and was either like.
So all of these answers do go with that she used to be homeless, and I will say that is the case. She was homeless for a period of time. But where did she live during that time? Paige says mall. You want to say mall and then change your answer to park, or are you staying with mall?
I changed mine to park.
Okay. You should have stayed with mall.
Oh! My gut. I didn't listen to my
You
gut.
should listen to your gut. Cyclops derives the energy from his optic blast from solar energy. That was an easy one.
He's solar powered.
When the Shadow King first met Professor Xavier, he was known as... Do you guys even know who Shadow King is? Was he even in the 90s show?
Doesn't ring a bell, but...
I'm trying to think if he was in the 90s show, because if not, you guys probably don't know the answer to this.
I kind of want it to be Tom Cassidy, but I also think Kanawana Non makes more sense.
No, he wasn't in the 90s show? Okay, I'll just give you guys the answer here.
Aw.
Amal Farah.
He could have been Cassidy.
The Morlocks took their name from...
A D&D campaign. Oh. Underground race of H.G. Wells novels.
Yeah, that whole answer says the underground race in H.G. Wells' novel, The Time Machine. Paige says the answer is a South American tribe.
Who's right?
The correct answer is the underground race. Gambit's power, we are skipping. It's to charge objects with kinetic energy.
He doesn't have a magical deck of cards?
I mean, he charges them with kinetic energy. Jubilee is the unofficial sidekick of which X-Man?
I think it's unofficial sidekick.
Yeah, basically she hung out with this person or was around this person so much she's become the unofficial sidekick of this person.
I think it's Nightcrawler, but that's just because I love Nightcrawler.
You say Nightcrawler, Paige says Wolverine. The answer is Wolverine.
Oh.
You know, the person known to take in strays took in a stray. Okay, against her will, Psylocke's mind was transferred into the body of A, a ninja, B, an android, C, a mutant from another timeline, D, a human, E, an astral entity.
I'm saying android.
Give Paige a second. Paige also says android. So the
Great minds
answer
think alike.
goes along with, and maybe it goes with the fact that at least Leon, you admitted to not knowing who Psylocke was. Her fighting style gives the answer of this away. Because when her mind was transferred into the body, she kept all of the powers. She kept all of her mutant powers, but also had all of the skills of the ninja. Okay, we already talked about this one, so I'm not going to give you guys time to answer, but I will say, this is how you pronounce the gem that Juggernaut receives his powers from. Cytarac. Cytarac? Whatever. We talked about this already, but he gets his powers from this gem.
So where is he hiding that thing in that skin tight costume? He's shoving it somewhere?
I don't know. I think sometimes it's like as part of his helmet. It really just depends. A nickname for Cyclops. Now this one is a trick question. Red, Slim, Bub, Sunshine, Commander Chaos. I will say, before anybody says Bub, remember Wolverine calls a lot of people Bub, not just Cyclops. In fact, I don't know if he ever actually calls Cyclops Bub. But Bub is something Wolverine calls multiple people, not just Cyclops.
Me too, Paige. I'm guessing red.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Red's fair. It's Slim. Sabretooth and Wolverine work together doing covert operations for the CIA and Weapon X. We skipped that one. That's easy. Kitty Pryde has a pet dragon named. Do you guys know Kitty Pryde's pet dragon name?
I know she has a pet dragon. I'm guessing. I want to say Puff.
Puff and Marat. So also, by the way, if it wasn't for the fact that there's, XP on the line, I would go with one of your guys' wrong answers if you were wrong. But I like the XP. The answer is Lockheed. One name Raven goes by is... I said the answer. One name Mystique goes by is Raven.
He does the cheating for us.
One of Storm's favorite hobbies. They actually said this during our talks earlier. Were you paying attention during the tour of the house? To be fair,
I think that was when I went to go get food.
I was about to say, to be fair, Paige wasn't here during that time, I don't think. But Leon was.
I was getting food.
The answer is gardening.
Gardening?
It goes with her powers. In addition to Wolverine, who has been an experiment of the Weapon X program, Sabretooth. We're skipping the easy shit. When did Colossus first turn into his metal form?
Oh, I know this one. In the Deadpool movie.
No. That is not the correct answer. Being attacked by frightened villagers. Interesting. Do you have a guess, Leon, or are you just sticking with your goofball guess?
I want to say runaway tractor.
You would be correct. He stopped a runaway tractor from running over his sister, who ended up later becoming Magic.
Oh.
Who are the first 5 members of the X-Men? Do you guys remember do you guys know who the first 5 members are? You can read through the list and then just tell me 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I actually need to read these real quick and see which one the order is. Okay, not that one, not that one. Okay. No, okay. Do you have a guess, Leon?
I mean, I'm guessing 3.
You say 3, Paige says 2. So for the fun of it, we're going to look at 3 and 2 real quick and see who's similar, just because I'm curious. 3 and 2, the only difference is one of them has Angel and one has Banshee. One of them is correct. It's 3. The original 5 were Cyclops, Iceman, Angel, Beast, and Jean Grey. When do mutants' powers normally first activate? We're skipping this one. Everybody kind of knows
Puberty.
it. During puberty.
I was just guessing that.
And that takes us right back to the beginning. So there you go. Yes, Paige, the correct answer to that was Magneto, but we've also already answered that question, so we aren't getting XP for that again. So unfortunately, the next one isn't going to be till after we beat this game and move to the next game. This game only has one of those. However, the next game has like 5 or 6, so the next game will have multiple, but this game only has one. This game's also really not that long, so.
Hello, Allison. Are you ready to see the true purpose of the Institute?
Could you take me on the sub-basement tour?
Yes, indeed. You see, a majority of this facility is underground so as not to attract the attention of those who mean ill will towards mutant kind. It features state-of-the-art training equipment that helps prepare the X-Men for any challenges they may encounter.
But yeah, as a whole, this game's really not that long. Especially compared to the second one and Ultimate Alliance. Those games are significantly longer.
This is the War Room. From here, we keep a watchful eye on the world for any signs of trouble. This is also where the X-Men meet to formulate combat strategies.
What's that holographic globe?
That is the mission control computer. With it, you can examine and activate any missions that are available to the X-Men.
I'll have to take a look at that later.
Very good. Now, would you like a tour?
I'd like a sub-basement tour.
Feel free to inspect the rooms.
Hello, my friends.
Forge.
Oh, I'm not an X-Man. I'm just looking around the war room. Professor Xavier said it was okay. I saw this flashing button marked Muir Island, so I pushed it. Are you having trouble there?
Yes, the Brotherhood stormed through here.
Oh my gosh. Were you hurt?
Me? I'm fine.
Who
Who
are
are
you?
you?
Oh yeah, I
My name's
forgot.
Forge.
Keep forgetting she reads
I bet
the
you've got
fucking
some
answers
kind of
out loud.
mutant power, don't you?
I have the ability to build any type of machine.
What was the Brotherhood doing on Muir Island?
They broke into my workshop and tore the place apart in search of a particular piece of equipment.
Actually, let's see.
What did they want?
They took some experimental equipment that masks mutant DNA from scanning devices.
Why would they want that?
I'm not sure. But while wearing the masking device, even Cerebro would not be able to detect them.
Dun dun dun.
Talk to you later, Forge.
Beginning with your next away mission, you can visit Forge. Yay, we can buy shit.
Mm.
Oh, wow. This is incredible.
Thank you. We're rather proud of it.
Thank you. I'm an old man.
What in the
Also,
world?
if you guys haven't noticed,
This is Cerebro,
Professor
a machine
X
designed
is
to
voiced
locate
by Patrick
mutants
Stewart
anywhere on the planet.
in this game.
Is this how you found me?
Precisely. We were able to pinpoint you when your mutant abilities began to manifest.
Pretty sure he's
themselves
voiced by
several
Patrick
days ago.
Stewart in the second
This
one too.
machine must be really powerful.
It is indeed. While wearing that headset, a telepath can feel the heartbeat of almost every sentient being on Earth. It could, potentially, overwhelm an untrained mind, though.
Whoa.
Yes. And in addition, Cerebro keeps detailed files on all known mutants.
I'm curious now, because I know he voiced him in this one. The correct answer is yes, he voiced him in the second game as well. So of course he did. So when we get there, you get to look forward to even more of Patrick Stewart. In case you didn't recognize his voice, I recognize
From
his voice
within here,
immediately.
I control battle
some people don't.
situations that take place in the training room you can see through the...
But the danger room looks completely empty.
With the aid of advanced holography, any adversary or environment can be created out of nothingness. The danger room can simulate battle situations from the surface of the moon to 1,000 feet below sea level.
Holographs. So nothing in there is...
Make no mistake, while the enemies in the danger room may not be real, the danger certainly is, as the bruises of the X-Men can attest.
What's the console over there?
That is the danger room computer.
What's it do?
It is the
controls
artificial
danger room.
intelligence created by Beast to run the danger room.
It controls the danger
With
room,
it,
young
a student
mass
can access
teen.
any of the training programs available. You may use it later should you wish.
Sounds kind of scary, but fun.
I'm glad you feel that way, Allison, because I would now like to officially extend you an invitation to join us here at the Institute. Your parent. There's no rush. This is a difficult decision. So for the time being, consider yourself our guest. Feel free to enjoy
I didn't
anything
hit
the
any
mansion
button that
has to
skipped
offer.
that, by the way. Sometimes this ROM, this completely legit version of my PS2 is a little flawed. I too love Patrick Stewart. It shouldn't cut things too often, but if it does, I'll try and let you know what you miss. It shouldn't be anything too important, like that was just generic dialogue at the end of the day.
This is the laboratory of Hank McCoy, a gifted scientist and engineer, He was one of my first students at the Institute.
Isn't he the one they call Beast?
Yes, but that code name is a gross misrepresentation of the man. His mind is every bit as strong and agile as his body. It's his technical expertise that keeps the equipment down here running so smoothly.
Once we're done with the tour, I will have y'all, we'll go on our first mission, and y'all will be able to select our team. Yeah.
The hangar bay houses the X-Men's main source of transportation. We call it the X-Jet, a state-of-the-art and constantly upgraded aircraft.
Wow, that's cool.
Indeed. We keep the X-Jet prepped and ready to take off at a moment's notice.
Leon started playing a game, y'all. Quick, get him.
Wait, what?
I just got a Steam notification that you started playing a game.
Actually, it's not a game. It's something that I was working on that, I can show you if you want to see.
Sure.
Hold on. I'll share it in a second.
This is the Brig, a highly reinforced area designed to contain practically any mutant.
You keep prisoners?
No, not at all, Allison. But there are those rare occasions when we need to detain an individual before handing them over to the proper authorities.
There's those rare occasions where we... Oh, Leon. Oh my.
So, I got inspired, and I decided, I want a little talking, like, one of those characters that they had, that, like, all the other streamers have, so I was like, I drew this up because I love that creature so much, and I'm like, now I just have to paint him.
Oh my.
So that's what... I was gonna try to, like, co-stream with you and, like, share chat and stuff, but I don't know how to do it just yet.
I don't either.
So.
This is our medical facility.
But yeah, like,
we've gone to a great deal
that's
of
what I
trouble
wanted to
design
do.
equipment capable of handling the special needs of mutants. I believe that if necessary, these computers could even perform surgery without
Because I love them so much. Jeez, you don't even understand I love them.
That Brig, they use it for sex stuff.
Wait, what, Riggs? What?
These are the
What?
They're
What?
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 Yes, Allison.
I'm done with the sub-basement tour.
Let's do this shit. Wait, are people in the rooms now? Yeah, fuck, now I gotta walk around and actually talk to people. I forgot, now I have to go talk to people. Thought I could just
Womp
go start
womp.
the mission.
Maybe.
Hello, Allison. Are you finding a way around all right?
Yes, I'm just exploring.
God, it's not worth it to have him tour you around.
So you and Cyclops
Nobody
are
shows
a
up
knight,
down here
huh?
until after.
It was a long time coming, but yes. Eventually, we managed to get together.
But isn't it difficult dating someone when you're a telepath? There'd be no surprises.
Oh, I would never read a person's mind unless I was given permission.
A psychic bond?
Anywhere I go, I can always feel his presence, just as he can feel mine. I guess you could say we're soulmates.
What's that beam that shoots out of Cyclops' eyes?
It's called an optic blast, and it's powerful enough to punch a hole through carbon steel.
Where does the energy come from?
Scott's body absorbs solar energy and converts it into power for the beam.
Why does Cyclops always wear those glasses?
As a child, Scott was in an accident that damaged his ability to control his optic energy. As a result, his optic beam is constantly active. The only way he can shut it off is to close his eyes.
So his power's kind of stuck in permanent on mode.
Yes. Fortunately, Professor X created a visor with ruby quartz lenses that block the beam. That way Scott can open his eyes without destroying everything in sight. But, regrettably, I'll never get to see his eyes because of it.
For now.
I should be going now.
Anytime.
Till you become the Phoenix and melt his face. What? Melt his face?
What's all this face melting stuff I hear about?
I'll melt your face with this
I
dick.
bet you will. Ugh.
I'll be right back. I think my drink's here.
I will also be right back. I will get food.
Okay. Sorry. My drink I asked for from Goose has arrived. Okay. Now we go talk to Beast. Beast mode, baby.
I'm sorry, miss. My sincerest apologies if I frightened you.
Jesus is in here. Damn it. Hold on 1 second. I gotta kick out the cat before she destroys something. Hank
Are
McCoy.
you Hank McCoy?
Yes, indeed. Although my code name is Beast, for obvious reasons, I didn't always look like this. My animalistic appearance is due to a further genetic mutation.
Yeah. I'm sure everyone's heard of me. I'm the freak who can turn a mini-mall into mini Pompeii.
Allison, my dear, you are most certainly not a freak. You are a mutant, just as I am.
Since you're a scientist, could you explain to me exactly what a mutant is?
It would be my pleasure. You see, Mother Nature has a way of changing life forms, experimenting with them to see what would better help a species to thrive in its environment.
That's evolution, like what Darwin wrote about.
Very good, Allison. Correct. And recently, evolution has decided to endow various humans with an X gene, which is what gives us special abilities. So mutants are really just the next phase in human evolution, and the X-Men strive to be the conscience of this new breed. It's quite exciting.
The people in New York didn't think it was exciting when...
You never know what the future may hold. In the meantime, you have new friends, Allison. A whole mansion full of mutants who know exactly what you're going through.
Thanks for the talk, Beast.
I've always liked
My pleasure,
Beast.
Allison. Feel free to drop by any time. Perhaps we could discuss Darwinism in greater detail.
I like Beast. He's always been really cool. Who are your favorite X-Men, Leon? Or chat. Who are your favorite X-Men? Or least favorite X-Men?
Can't go that way.
Are you still there, Leon?
Talk to you.
Maybe he stepped away. I'm just curious who your guys' favorite or least favorites are. Because I feel like everybody, you know, has them. I have like a list. So run through real quick, see if there's anybody new to talk to. Yep, there's Rogue.
Hey, y'all. Aren't you the new girl?
Wow, cool costume. You've got to be an X-Man.
That's right, hun. My name's Rogue.
And you're a mutant.
Yup. My power lets me absorb all kinds of things through skin contact.
I love
Other mutant
Rogue.
powers, memories, even someone's life force if I'm not careful. But it only lasts for a short time and then I return to normal. Or at least as normal as I can be.
Where'd you get that accent?
Come on now, sugar. Y'all don't mean to tell me a Yank like you has never met someone from the South?
I was in New Jersey once.
Well, honey, I grew up in a little town along the bank of the Mississippi River. I'm as southern as mint juleps and magnolia trees.
You're lucky. At least you've got a mutant power that's easy to hide.
Oh, it's not that easy, Allison. I can never touch someone without taking something from them.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Once, I bumped into Nightcrawler and I was blue for a week.
Night who?
Never you mind, sweetheart. You'll know him when you see him.
Talk to you later.
I love Rogue and I love Gambit. I think they're really probably two of my favorites. I know I just asked y'all who your favorites were, but since you haven't answered me yet, I'll tell you mine. Those are two of my favorites
Wow,
for sure.
the scenery around here.
You must be Bobby Drake.
Hey, it's nice to see my name's gotten around. Did the other girls tell you what a cool dude I am?
No, but Jean Grey warned me to keep an eye on you.
Oh, well, don't believe everything Jean says. She still hasn't forgiven me for that little incident in the changing room. Man, you enter one room without knocking and you're branded for life.
I've heard you have the mutant power to freeze anything instantly.
Yep, I can drop my body temperature and the air around me to sub-zero temperatures. It lets me cover my body in a protective shield of ice that even bullets can't get through. Pretty wicked, huh?
Yeah, I'll say.
But enough about...
Thanks, Bobby. But I'm not sure I want to be a student.
Aw, come on.
Excuse me.
It's a lot of fun. Plus, you learn how to use your powers.
I'm not sure. Being able to generate lava kind of freaks me out.
You get used to having mutant powers, after a while. Eventually, you'll even get to like them.
I hope to see you soon, Bobby.
Dun dun dun. Okay. There's Iceman. Don't think anyone's upstairs. Almost no one's ever upstairs, if I remember right. I'll go up there just in case, but... Hey, you're back, Leon. I was asking questions and there were no answers. I was like, what?
I guess I said it after you got off. I said I have gone to go get food.
Yeah, you must have said that after I went to get my drink.
Oh.
Yeah, I got up to get my drink and I came back and I started talking to people and I talked to Beast and I was like, I've always liked Beast. And then I was like, who are some of your guys' favorites? And then I could fucking hear the crickets. And then I was like, Paige, who are some of your favorites? And she didn't say anything, but I also know it's getting late for Paige, so I'm like, maybe she fell asleep or something. And then I'm like, Leon's not answering though. Did he leave me and not tell me? Because I was trying I was trying to ask you who your favorite mutants were, X-Men and stuff, and you just weren't telling me.
And you are?
My name is Aurora Monroe, but here at the X
Favorites?
Mansion, I'm usually referred to as Storm.
So,
Where are you from?
obviously
I'm
Nightcrawler,
originally from Kenya, Africa.
Mystique.
But Professor Xavier asked me to join him here at the mansion.
Mother and son, okay.
You're a mutant?
I'm
I'm a
kind of
teacher.
situational on Angel.
No
I do
way.
like his wings,
I
but
can make it rain, sleet, or
depending
snow.
on how they portray him,
Even
he's kind of
lightning.
annoying.
I can also control
Fair.
the wind, which allows me to fly.
Well, he is a rich boy with angel wings, so...
Professor Xavier told me about the danger room. What's it like in there?
Stressful and exhilarating. You can never be sure what the professor or beast is going to throw at you.
Aren't you afraid of being
Yeah.
hurt?
No,
I've always liked Beast.
There are safety
I
laws to
love
protect us from
Rogue
serious
and
harm.
Gambit. They are
but
definitely
the
two of my
danger room
favorites,
does have
period.
a habit of leaving you with a few
Always
aches
have been.
and pains.
I like
I'll see
Wolverine.
you later.
I mean, I know it's a basic answer, especially with, like, Hugh Jackman Wolverine, right? Because Hugh Jackman has made Wolverine so much more popular. But I've liked Wolverine long before Hugh Jackman Wolverine.
Yeah, it was like, it's not basic. I mean, he's been around forever.
I loved him long before that. My love for him just increased because of Hugh Jackman. I'm sorry, I said his name wrong. Hugh Jackman. But I love Wolverine. He's really cool. I love Magneto and Professor Xavier, especially their relationship to each other. I've always found it so fascinating because it's not your standard bad guy, good guy, team rivalry thing, right? Like, there is that mutual respect there.
Yeah.
And I personally love that. Like, hell, I don't think I said this on stream. I think this was to someone else, but the Fox movies, they are flawed. But one thing that they did absolutely right is the relationship between Magneto and Professor X. Nothing shows it more than in X3, which, let's face it, X3 is very flawed. X3, The Last Stand.
Mm-hmm.
Which, spoiler alert for a 15-year-old movie now, maybe more, but spoiler alert for 15-year-old movie. When Professor X gets killed in that movie, afterwards they're walking, and Pyro says something to Magneto about if you wanted the old man iced years ago, I would have burned him up years ago, or some shit like that. And Magneto snaps on him and is like, "You shut your mouth. Charles has done more for mutant kind than you will ever do." And I'm sad to say that our dream has to be done. That he has to see our dream complete from the grave, or whatever, however he words it. But it's just, it so perfectly shows that respect that Magneto always had for Xavier. He never wanted, it's never about, completely destroying the X-Men. He just wants them to, stop stopping him.
Attention, X-Men. Meet me in the
So,
war room.
He's an Omega level mutant who has powers to absolutely counter so many things they do. He could eviscerate them. And he has eviscerated at least
With
one
the aid
member
of
of the team
Cerebro,
one time.
I've
in the
learned
comics.
the Brotherhood is en route to Alaska. It
Slightly
appears their
by
destination
accident.
is the facility for the
And I'll talk
high-frequency
more about
active
that in a
auroral
second.
research program, also known simply as HARP.
What would the Brotherhood want at HARP? All that facility does is study the ionosphere.
That, Cyclops, is what you must discover. The Brotherhood has become extremely active since their attack on Allison, which can only mean something sinister is in the offing. And whatever their plan, we must thwart it before they can set back the cause of human-mutant relations.
The HARP facility, eh? This will be an excellent opportunity to test the new cloaking device I've installed on the X-Jet. It should render us completely undetectable to radar.
Excellent, Beast. You have your mission, X-Men. Godspeed.
But
damn, Beast to be looking thick.
Yeah. But
Bob.
I forgot what I was saying because I got distracted.
The relationship between Charles Xavier and Magneto.
Oh right. It's so layered, and there's so many times that one side or the other could just absolutely obliterate the other, and they don't because of that respect. That said, sometimes they lose control, and things like ripping all of somebody's adamantium out of somebody's skin, skeleton, happens.
Oops.
Okay, so I do not have everybody unlocked. Oh well. Okay, so we get 4 people, and we have 7 people unlocked right now. So let's make our team, y'all. right now we have. Right now, the four that it starts us with are Cyclops, Iceman, Storm, Wolverine. But we have 3 others that we could put in: Rogue, Jean Grey, and Beast. So who would y'all like to see?
Beast.
Beast.
Beast. Beast.
Classic Beast costume.
Beast.
Also a pretty classic Beast costume.
Beast.
Then classic blue.
Beast. Beast.
I've always liked the blue
Beast.
Beast. So we're gonna go blue. What about the others? We got Storm, Iceman, and Wolverine, and then we also have Jean Grey, Cyclops, and Rogue. Any other votes?
Oh.
Well, chat's not saying anything, so you speak then. I'm gonna say Wolverine because I like Wolverine. Either Wolverine or Storm for sure because I really like both of them.
Sounds good to me.
And for our last person, it needs to be somebody who can make bridges. So it basically needs to be Jean Grey or Iceman. Because they're the only two who can make bridges right now.
Iceman sounds good enough.
Okay. Oh, I didn't do costume for Storm and Iceman. I failed. I failed you all. I'm such a failure. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Just don't do it again, or else there'll be consequences.
I'll do it every day of the week, for the rest of my life.
Wolverine. 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 Iceman. Iceman.
Oh,
Iceman.
Classic no feature Iceman. It's always creeped me the fuck out.
Iceman.
Wait, the guy that looks like Wesker?
No, this one. Oh. This one.
Iceman.
Oh. Hmm.
The classic featureless Iceman.
Iceman. Storm. Storm. Storm.
Sweet dreams, cream puff.
Okay.
Right. I will comply. Right.
You're going down.
Okay.
Sweet dreams.
Alright, I don't have fly yet. I'm like, why isn't she flying? You have to take their...
learn how to fly?
Yeah, you have to take their ability to fly. Okay, that said, I know it's an early stream, it's an early cutoff. I'm gonna end the stream here because I'm getting tired. I did start later than I planned. I planned to start at 8 instead of almost 9. That's my fault, y'all. I had a late start. But I hope you all had fun. I hope you liked it, because if so, we definitely will do more, because I love this game and I want to do the whole thing. But
Yeah.
stay safe out there. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to each other. And hang on 1 second, because we're going to raid someone. Let me just find who I'm going to raid. So hang on tight. Hang on to those cheese hats. We're going to raid Jersh. So give Jersh that cheese love.
Jersey.
Jersey. So, I'll talk to y'all later. Stay safe out there. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to each other. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.